Oh, oh. 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 No. Phew.
This is GPS, the Global Public Square. Welcome to all of you in the United States and around the world. I'm Fareed Zakaria. Today we devote the program to that sobering anniversary. 1 year since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. I'll bring you my interview with the National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan, USAID Administrator, Samantha Power, about where the war and American assistance go from there. Also, who should foot the bill for the hundreds of billions of dollars in damage to Ukraine? Listen to him explain his plan. Then, while Putin thought Ukraine may not be proceeding as he hoped, the Russian president may be getting exactly what he always wanted back over Russia. New York Times' Valerie Hopkins will explain. But first, here's my take. 1 year into Russia's naked aggression against Ukraine, it's become clear that neither side is strong enough to win the war nor weak enough to sue for peace. The conflict has settled into a stalemate. After making impressive gains, Ukraine's armed forces have not made significant advances in months. Russia, meanwhile, has dug into the territories it occupies, and its further attacks are having little success so far. The numbers tell the story. According to a Washington Post analysis, Russia occupied about 7% of Ukrainian territory when it launched its invasion in February 2022. It swept into eastern Ukraine, and in a month it was holding 22% of the country. Then came Ukrainian counteroffensives, which by mid-November had taken back about a third of those gains. In the last 3 months, nothing significant has changed. Ukraine and Russia are both blanking groups, but it would take massive victories to fundamentally change the situation. To put it another way, Ukraine would need to recover roughly twice as much territory as it was able to last year just to get back the lands conquered since the 2022 invasion. Russia's performance in the war has been poor, but it's doing better, especially at holy territory. Russia has also been able to stabilize its economy, which the IMF projects will do better this year than the United Kingdom or Germany. Russia is trading freely with such economic behemoths as China and India, as well as neighbors like Turkey and Iran. Because of these countries and many more, outside of the advanced technology sector, Russia has access to all the goods and capital it lost through the Western world conflict. There is now a huge world economy that does not include the West. Russia can swim in those waters freely. The long-term cost of the war and the effects of the sanctions are real and slow. This kind of isolation and pain rarely changes a dictatorship's policies. Look at North Korea, Iran, Cuba, and Venezuela. So what is the path forward? In the short run, there is only one answer for the West and its allies. Give Ukraine more weapons and money. If the decision has been made, then Putin's war of aggression must not be reported. Take all steps to make that a reality. With almost every weapon system requested by Ukraine, there is a battle of ambivalence first, then delay, and then finally agreement. Why not send more soon? The next 3 months are crucial as the winter thaws and makes troop movements easier. All that said, however, it's difficult to imagine a World War II style total victory. Most wars end in negotiations. This one is unlikely to be different. The task for the West is to ensure that Ukraine has enough success and momentum on the battlefield that it enters those negotiations with a very strong hand. Only dramatic Ukrainian victories, like cutting off Crimea, will likely bring Putin to the negotiating table. Is there a way to end the hostilities? On paper, yes. It's possible to imagine a ceasefire that returns all lands captured since February 2022 to Ukraine. Those taken earlier, like Crimea in 2014, will be subject to international arbitration, including local referendums that will be conducted by international groups, not the Russian government. In addition, Ukraine would get security guarantees from NATO, though they would not apply in those disputed territories. That trade-off, to put it simply, Crimea and parts of the Donbass for de facto NATO and EU membership is one that could be sold to Ukrainians because they would achieve their long-cherished goal of becoming part of the West. Could be acceptable to Russia because it could claim to have protected some Russian-speaking parts of Ukraine. There are many who believe the war can end with a total Ukrainian victory. I hope so, but I doubt it. In 2021, Russia was more than 3 times bigger than Ukraine in population, almost 15 times bigger in GDP, and spent 10 times more on its defense budget. Russians have been known to have a high capacity for pain in wartime. The Soviet Union lost 24 million people in World War II, compared to America's 420,000. Russia's So to CNN.com/relief for a link to my column this week. And let's get started. To mark the first anniversary of the invasion, I had the opportunity to interview Jake Sullivan as a mathematician. Sullivan is, of course, President Biden's national security advisor, that role of man in charge of America's response to the war, in addition to all of the world's other crises that he deals with. Mao is the administrator of the USAID, the department that has responsibility for, among other things, humanitarian aid for Ukraine and rebuilding efforts there. The Senate town hall in Washington, D.C., held almost exactly a year after the invasion started. Take a look. I want to first ask you, Jake, this was really an extraordinary trip. First time in history, a U.S. president has entered a war zone that the United States did not control. So I've taken that overnight train to Kyiv. We're going through Poland. And in a war zone, a large part of it. So I guess it was way to enter that war zone. The trip actually began with a long plane flight from Washington, south of the and in fact, the president had to go along car ride, an unmarked SUV, not his normal limo we used to see. It was a very small motorcade. I went out to the train station and boarded this train late at night in the dark for a 10-hour train overnight to a key. And as you said, the United States didn't control the airspace, didn't control the ground. We were entering a country at war, heading to a capital at war, a country that has been subject to routine and repeated bombardments by the Russians, and without any of the normal security capacity that we usually have. So we're heading into the unknown because this was a test. The president was out watching the night, not so much worried about his safety as he was worried about making sure that he was going to maximize his time on the ground, that he was going to have the kind of conversations face to face with President Zelensky that would allow us to move forward in our support, and most importantly, that he could stand up and say to the world, from right there in Kyiv, that a year ago, people were bracing for the fall of Kyiv, and a year later, Kyiv stands, Ukraine stands, and America stands with Kyiv, and there was no more powerful way to see the So it was a mixture of deep anxiety, but also a kind of building pride about serving a president and being part of a country that is trying to support Ukraine at its own. But there does seem to be a pattern. The Ukrainians ask for something. The administration is ambivalent. Time passes, there's a clamor around it that builds, and then it starts leaning toward it, and then finally delivers. That's what happened with HIMARS. That's what happened with Patriots. That's what happened with the Abrams tank. Fighter jets is now the issue. It feels like if you're going to do it 3 or 4 months later, why not do it now, given the speed is of the essence? What is going on that always leads to this pattern where people eventually say yes, but it's now 4 or 6 months later?
first, Fareed, the way that our military and our intelligence community make recommendations to the president is they look at the needs of the Ukrainian military during the phase of the war that they are confronting at them. In the early weeks of the war, what the Ukrainian military needed to defend Kyiv was anti-armor systems, basically missiles that could stop tanks in their tracks so they couldn't roll over Kyiv, and anti-air systems like Stinger missiles to shoot down the helicopters that were bringing in paratroopers to try to take over the city from the air. In the second phase of the war, Ukraine really needed artillery in the east to stop the traditional advances of the Russian army. As we head into the spring, what Ukraine really needs is infantry fighting vehicles and yes, tanks, and we're providing those. When it comes to F-16s, this is important for the current phase of the war. This point is important for the current phase of the war, which is they're about to mount significant counteroffensive. From our perspective, F-16s are not the key capability. F-16s are not a question for the short-term fight. F-16s are a question for the long-term defense. That's a conversation the President Biden and President Zelensky.
Samantha Barr, let me ask you a question that really is fully because and it's something a lot of Americans think about. A lot of Republicans have been clamoring about, which is before the war, Ukraine was regarded as, if you look at various agencies, a very corrupt country. There was a lot of corruption in Ukraine, Currency International, all those kinds of measures. How can we be sure that these massive amounts of aid from the United States, Europe, is sent to Ukraine are getting to the people that people need to get to? Isn't corruption, graft, siphoning off? What kind of assurances do we get?
Well, one thing, just stepping back, recalling a year ago Putin's speech where he described his motivation for invading Ukraine. At the heart of it was his panic over
Yeah.
the progress that Ukraine was making to integrate itself to Europe, for starters, to become more democratic, and to take on this corruption fight, because that endangered so many of his cronies in campaigns. So actually, what we've seen, particularly since 2014, is the strengthening of a whole series of anti-corruption institutions within Ukraine. Now, they panaceas for decades, generations, where corruption was a major issue, absolutely not. But we've seen USA actors clearly behind support for independent, including a year ago, getting flak jackets and helmets and sat phones to independent media, but also making sure that they can survive, continue to support Ukrainian authorities were doing in a critical way as a check and balance. Civil society organizations, judges. We just launched a new initiative with the GAO here in the United States to help Ukraine build out its criminal audit institution, and that is going to be incredibly important for reconstruction and all the resources that are flowing in. With regard to the very large investments that we make in providing direct budget support, so that health workers can be paid, educators can be paid, people with disabilities can get support when the Ukrainian budget is under such strain and such pressure, that we do on a reimbursable basis. We don't provide resources unless we see the receipt for the expenditure. To this point, we don't have any evidence that U.S. assistance is being misused or misspent. But again, the key is goodwill or virtue. It's checks and balances, law, integrity of officials, and when something is spotted, it's an important issue that gets others.
No. 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 Oh.
Prescriptions delivered to your door. Chewy. If you've had thyroid eye disease for years, you need it's not true. To learn more, visit treattech.com. That's
Chase, make more for you. Sorry, Sam. That's crazy. We can do it. Be a happy price. Price tag.
My upside plans honestly waste of time and waste of money.
Are you throwing away food and not getting the food? Save money with Nutrisystem's partner plan.
We lost 60 pounds on the Nutrisystem partner plan.
Now sit down to dinner together and eat meals for two. Double portion meals served up in one package and designed for weight loss. Sheila and I got our lives back. We needed you like that too. Get today's special deal for two. Call or go online right now.
To know where you're going, you must know where you've been. Every mile marks a moment in history. For 75 years, Sherman has led HR to drive change. We fight for women at work, shape policy and protections for all. We advocate for an inclusive workforce and endure together during unprecedented times. Because the beauty of the road is there's always something ahead. Join Sherman on our journey to drive change.
Hi.
Happy anniversary.
For what?
Every year you're with us, $50 toward your home investment. It's probably perfect for your
Do I have to do anything? Nothing.
Nothing.
It really is something.
You get a whole lot of something with Farmers Policy Perks.
May I have a balloon too?
Sure. Your parents have maintained the Farmers Home Policy for 12 consecutive years.
We are farmers.
Those guys will be give a vision idea but don't know what to do next. Call and get help today. They can help you get started with your idea. Call now. 800-606-000.
We're back here on GPS with more of the past marking the first anniversary of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Perhaps the most extraordinary moment was when a Ukrainian soldier joined us on the front lines of the war. Igor works as a tactical medic. For his safety, we can't tell you his last name. He joined us from the east of Ukraine, just a few miles from Russia's troops. Igor, I know you have a question you want to ask Jake Sullivan. What would you like to know?
Yes, I have a question to Mr. Sullivan. Is U.S. government planning on considering launching the production of ammunition specially for Ukraine? I mean, 155 caliber shells, 120 caliber mines, and of course, HIMARS missiles. Do you consider this plan? And if you're positive, would you please tell me when are you planning to realize this? Thank you.
Well, first, Igor, before I answer the question, I just want to say that as you stand out on the front lines tonight, you're defending the freedom of your country, but as President Biden said in Warsaw, you're defending freedom everywhere. And so I want to say thank you for your bravery, your courage, and for the men and women who are fighting with you. We're grateful for all that you do, the sacrifices that you are making. We can't even begin to imagine the difficulties of the trials that you have. What we can do is everything in our power to get you the equipment and the ammunition you need. You mentioned 155 millimeter artillery shells, 120 millimeter tank shells, and other systems like the HIMARS missiles that you also just discussed. One of the things that we are working hard at in President Biden's election is to increase the production of all of these types of ammunition here in the United States, but also in NATO countries, so that the total supply of each of these different forms of ammunition grows month by month, and we can continue to move to the front lines this ammunition in the quantities that is necessary for you to be able to mount a successful defense and for you to be able to take that territory back from occupied Russia. This is not something we can do with the snap of a finger, but it's something that we are putting immense effort and resources into.
Igor, thank you so much for joining us. Pray that you and your compatriots return home safely to your families. Let's take a question. He said that the U.S. Army is behind 2 years. There's a question for Mr.
Thanks for the opportunity. What vital interest does the United States have from a national security perspective? It seems that the voting war is the most important. However, the continued
Um,
got the receipt. It was 14 something. I didn't get gas. I think I can make it. I told Jody just a little. He said, get you some wash spray. That's what they have. And Joe, just put it by the side of your bed if you ever thought someone was coming. That's what Sydney had to do once. Nothing, I didn't go in anything else. Carrie, want the receipt? It is 15.50.